Hello and good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Jackson Hearth. And this is your Sunday inspiration. I have found a story by someone we don't know. The author is unknown, but it's called "The Empty Chair." So I'm going to share my screen here. Hopefully I can- Yeah, there we go. And again, it's the inspiring story of the empty chair. A man's daughter had asked a local pastor to come and pray with her father. When the pastor arrived, he found the man lying in bed with his head propped up on two pillows and an empty chair beside his bed. The priest assumed that the old fellow had been informed of his visit. "I guess you were expecting me," he said. "No, who are you?" "I'm the new associate at the local church," the pastor replied. "When I saw the empty chair, I figured you knew I was going to show up." "Oh, yeah, the chair," said the bedridden man. "Would you mind closing the door?" Puzzled, the pastor shut the door. "I've never told anyone this, not even my daughter," said the man. "But all my life, I have never known how to pray. At church, I used to hear the pastor talk about prayer, but it was always went right over my head. But it always went right over my head. I abandoned any attempt to prayer," the old man continued, "until one day, about 4 years ago, my best friend said to me, 'Joe, prayer is just a simple matter of having a conversation with Jesus. Here's what I suggest. Sit down on a chair, place an empty chair in front of you, and in faith see Jesus on the chair. It's not spooky, but he promised, I'll be with you always. Then just speak to him and listen in the same way you're doing with me right now.' So I tried it and I've liked it so much that I do it a couple of hours every day. I'm careful though. If my daughter saw me talking to an empty chair, she'd either have a nervous breakdown or send me off to the funny farm." The pastor was deeply moved by the story and encouraged the old guy to continue on the journey. Then he prayed with him and returned to the church. 2 nights later, the daughter called to tell the pastor that her father had died that afternoon. He did seem to die in peace. Did he seem to die in peace? He asked. "Yes, when I left the house around 2 o'clock, he called me over to his bedside, told me one of his corny jokes, and kissed me on the cheek. When I got back from the store an hour later, I found him dead. But there was something strange. In fact, beyond strange, kind of weird. Apparently, just before Dad died, he leaned over and rested his head on a empty chair beside the bed." So, no matter what you people may think of you, having a conversation with Jesus is important. And after reading this, I've read it a couple of times, but after reading it again, it's just how do you speak with God? And if it is for you to put an empty chair and you to have a conversation, do that. No matter what, have a conversation with Jesus. And like the man said, he did it 2 and 3 times a day. I hope this story encourages you as much as it encouraged me. And until next time, from my heart to yours, goodbye.